I'm Dane, and this is Dane Explains. So, a little over a week ago from when I'm making this video, SpaceX Starship flew for the 11th time. The flight landed right on the first anniversary of their first booster catch last year during Flight 5. If you can't count, that's about one flight every 2 months. Well, it might be a bit longer before we see another Starship fly again. Let me explain why. Starship suffered a lot of setbacks this year, but still managed to fly 5 times. I have to say this last flight of Starship was very impressive. It finally feels like Starship Block 2 has worked out its teething issues that plagued it for the first few Block 2 ships. They may have skipped catching the booster this flight, but for the first time, SpaceX achieved all of their goals during the flight, while at the same time avoiding any off-nominal mishaps. With such a successful flight, you might wonder why Elon has said we won't be seeing another flight until 2026 at the earliest. Well, it's because, just when it seems like they finally got it right, this was the last Block 2 ship. SpaceX needs to move on to Block 3 in order for Starship to achieve the goals they're reaching for in 2026, which is to successfully catch and reuse a ship, refill a ship in orbit, and complete the lunar lander demo for Artemis. At the moment, they have a total of 9 planned launches of Starship for 2026. Although the lunar landing demo will increase the actual number by a lot due to the refilling flights needed, and will certainly require the reliable reuse of both the booster and the ship. So, what's holding them up from moving on to Block 3 right now? Well, the current launch mount they've been using, Pad 1, is not configured to launch Block 3 Starships. And instead of MacGyvering a solution like they normally seem to do, they're tearing the launch mount completely down and rebuilding a new launch Pad 1 that's not only able to launch Block 3, but is better suited to launch Starship overall. That process will take way too long to meet their goals for 2026. But they are already working on another launch mount called Pad 2 that will be configured to Block 3 ships and should be ready in January. One working pad can't meet next year's goals by itself. So SpaceX is also already building a Starship pad at Complex 39A at the Cape in Florida. And its construction is probably 2 or 3 months behind Pad 2 at Starbase. So it should be ready by early April. But what good does that do them, since Starship production won't be up and running at the Cape by then? Well, to get around that issue, they'll be barging Starships built at Starbase across the Gulf of America to the Cape, which will hopefully allow them to increase their launch cadence early next year. The other thing that's holding them up is testing. They can't test any Block 3 boosters until Pad 2 is ready. Also, you're probably already aware that the Massey's test site for the testing of ships was severely damaged in a mishap with Ship 36 last June, although that mishap did have a silver lining. Had the mishap not happened, they would have only started the teardown and reconfiguration of the site for Block 3 ships in late September after static firing Ship 38 for the last Block 2 flight. As it is, they static fire Ship 37 and 38 on Pad 1 after modifying it to static fire ships. So the mishap with Ship 36 at Massey's probably actually accelerated the readiness of the site for Block 3 ships. So we should be able to see testing of Block 3 ships before the end of the year. So the big holdup right now is how soon Pad 2 can be ready to static fire Block 3 boosters. If it's not ready on time, or worse, we see even one major anomaly with Block 3 Starship or booster next year, SpaceX won't be able to complete the lunar demo on schedule. I think if it gets to the end of May, and we haven't seen both an on-orbit refilling flight and a successful ship catch, the lunar demo will get pushed out to 2027. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, and other topics ranging from theology to science, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon to get extra content and special perks. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.